Hi, I'm Hannes, I'm the Hangry German, and today we're going to make Rouladen mit Semmelknödeln, or how you like to call them in the US, beef roll-ups with dinner roll dumplings. For a family of 4 people, you will need 12 pieces of beef top round braciole, don't ask me how to pronounce it, 12 strips of bacon, 24 strips of pickle, brown mustard. For the dumplings, you will need 1 pound of 1-day-old Portuguese rolls, 1 pint of milk, 4 tablespoons of freshly chopped parsley, 4 eggs, 1 finely diced onion, nutmeg, 2 red onions, 1 glass of red wine, and 2 tablespoons of butter. As a first step, we are going to prepare our stuffings for the beef roll-ups. We're starting to cut our onion in nice thin slices. Next, we are taking our pickles and cut them in very nice thin slices. Now we are starting to assembling our beef roll-ups. First, you're going to take your piece of meat and place it on your workspace. Then you're going to season it with salt and pepper. First the salt, then you add some pepper. When you apply the mustard, make sure it's only in 2/3 of the beef. You need the last third to stay clean when you roll it up so that it doesn't get squishy and dirty and everything. And then adding 2 slices of pickles. Pickles. Then you're going to take 1 slice of bacon, fold it like in half like this, and put it on. And last step, adding a few onions. And now let's start rolling. Get rolling. Make sure that it's nice and tight. After we've rolled it nice and tight, let's stick out some toothpicks to make it hold. And keep them in there visibly, because after they have been put in the oven, it would be better if you remove them before eating. Next, we are taking our cast iron skillet, put it on high heat and add some vegetable oil. And then we are adding our beef roll-ups to the pan and have it nicely golden seared on all sides. And after roughly 2 to 3 minutes, just flip them once. See the nice little crust? This is what we want. Now that it's nicely seared and done, we put it into a casserole. And don't worry if it's not fully cooked or everything, because we now put it in the oven for 2 to 3 hours. But first, we are adding 1 glass of water. Also, we're adding almost 1 glass of red wine. And you know why I said almost? Cheers. Next, we're adding 1 onion, cut in 8ths. Now we're going to start to work on our dinner roll dumplings. Take 2 cups of milk and pour it into a pot. After that, we are adding 2 tablespoons of butter to the mix. And now we're going to put it on the stove, heat it up for 2 or 3 minutes. Now we're going to cut the dinner rolls into 1/2 to 1 inch cubes. Now we're going to dice our 2nd red onion and the parsley. Pour the heated milk and butter mix over the dinner roll cubes. Now that our bread has soaked up the milk, we are going to add our parsley and our onions. In addition, we add 4 eggs, good pinch of pepper, salt, and last but not least, nutmeg. To get a little nutty in here. Now let's get dirty, mix it up together. Don't be shy, just get in there. Yes, this is what it should look like. And then you can form nice little dumplings. Now to finish them off, we take a big pot, fill it with water, bring it to a boil and add salt. In this instance, you can have a lot. Even though our meat is not entirely done yet, we have to pull it out for a moment and drain the liquids from it. And now we put our beef roll-ups back into the form. This is the liquid base for our sauce. And now that the water is simmering, we're taking our dumplings and putting them into the water. And now they have to simmer in the pot for between 25 to 30 minutes. Now that our dumplings are in the pot and simmering, this is the perfect time to add our starch water mixture to it. And then whisk it in. Most important step in all of it, you have to taste it. Pretty good? What do you think? Good. Thanks for tuning in this week. All that's left to say is enjoy. I know I will. See you next week.